global counterparts are up to when it comes to deploying this new technology. May I please invite on stage Mr. Emmanuel Alves.
Thank you. So good morning, Honorable Minister Sri Manoj Shinja, Mr. T.K. Arun, Mr. Matthew Omen, executive leaders from here, the India telecom industry, wireless industry, ladies and gentlemen. So it's my great pleasure to be here today with you and to discuss for the next 10 minutes on what is 5G, what we could expect and what we could see coming on 5G. We'll discuss three main aspects that we see key today on 5G. Quickly, I will just give you some highlight on what is happening globally on 5G. Second aspect will be to look at quickly as well what Huawei is doing on 5G and what we expect to be in the timeline of 5G. And the last one is the most important here, is what India and 5G will be. And here there is quite some opportunities that we could expect here in India on 5G. First of all, if we look at 5G today, it's like we are writing a book, special book, a digital book. And in this book today, we are at the beginning. We're like in chapter 1 of the book. We have everything to do. We have every chapter to write. India will be one of these chapters. And we have here, I think, all key players. Echo and as well recall a talk was given this morning by one of the speakers to mention that, yes, we need even much bigger than all of us here, which are mainly from the telecom industry. We need as well to open the doors to verticals, to industry, which are not necessarily the telecom industry, which could be power grid industry, could be medical care industry, transport, logistic industry. So we have as well to engage with partners on this 5G road. So if you look at 5G today, there are quite some significant progress. This month, in December 2017, we reached key milestone. We get the first milestone on 5G on the standard from 3GPP, so it's just happening right now. We get as well other milestone on standardization in June next year, as well at the end of 2019. So we can say from today, we have already one piece of the standard which is available that could be used commercially, that will be used commercially in the next 1 or 2 years. So this is already one very significant achievement from the industry. We see today that what we have achieved on the wireless industry, somewhere from the early 1990 to now on 2G, 3G, 4G, whatever we call 4.5G, what we want to do on 5G is bigger than whatever we did across all those technology from the 2G to the 4G technology. It was mentioned this morning, we address different capabilities regarding speed, regarding latency of the network, regarding the number of connection. We as well are working very hard today to get better TCO on the 5G networks. Keep in mind that a big objective as well, what we want to deliver on 5G is to cut down the TCO, the network TCO. It was mentioned several times, the growth on the digital side, on the wireless, on data services here in India. We cannot expect, if we keep right now the current cost, that we will be competitive and it will be efficient to deliver those traffic across the network. And we expect a 10-time decrease on the TCO on 5G compared to what we have today, typically, for example, on LTE technology. There are a lot of work which are ongoing already on testing, on lab tests. There is more to come. Next year will be a lot of field tests that will happen across the world on 5G. So this is all we see today already, effort from the industry to bring this into commercial. Was mentioned few comment on the timeline. We expect, and from ecosystem point of view, from device point of view, we expect that already in 2019, there will be early first commercial 5G networks, where the main, let's say, push from commercial side will happen for sure as a big scale in 2020. A few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we at Huawei show our first prototype on 5G CPE on different frequency bands, typically like C-band, millimeter wave. So we are already starting to prepare device that you could expect in the timeline of 2019 will be officially released to the market, commercial device, standardized device. On top of this, what we see today from more maybe on our side, on Huawei side, we see three main aspects that need to be guaranteed and need to be, let's say, put into the puzzle of the 5G. We need to care about spectrum. It was mentioned several times this morning on different, let's say, possibilities. We still put C-band 3.5 gigahertz on top of our list today as the first band that will be global, that is standardized already right now in release 15. We see quite well that India, and thanks to ministry here, is preparing a roadmap to get this allocation here in the country, which is exactly what needs to be done. You need to put a roadmap in place, and you need to execute this roadmap. You could as well, and it was mentioned, I think, in the speech from Airtel, there could be some other option. There is as well mentioned, I think, in one slide, band 40. Just a few days ago, India was one of the drivers to open the discussion in 3GPP on band 40. We as well, Huawei and other players from the industry, co-signed this document that officially was put on the table to be a standard on one of the bands for 5G. So already India is making some progress and is showing as well direction from the industry, what you expect as well to be used for 5G. There is key part on spectrum, there is key part on network. However, do not expect as well that 5G is totally independent from all investment you are doing or you have done in the past on 4G, on 4.5G. It was mentioned this morning, different technology, typically like massive MIMO for the air interface. This is for sure a building blocks as well that could be used for 5G. So there is already here in India happening, some capabilities are already put into use that for sure will be fully reused at the time of 5G. There is as well some aspects which are more network aspect, virtualization. It is already happening in India. It will be as well key components on 5G. There are some aspects which are more service level. There was several times mentioned this morning about clouds, about cloud services. This is one of the key aspects. If we want to be digital, we need to bring content into the cloud. India is extremely well positioned here, extremely powerful on this. You have very powerful IT industry. This is as well what you need to bring this cloud service to your customers. So this is as well a key asset you can pay attention here in India. There are as well some capabilities which are like typically the Internet of Things that could be, for example, the NB-IoT, which is as well starting to happen around the world. That will be nodes as well happening here in India that will connect machine on top of what we have today, which are mainly smartphone and CP routers towards the cellular networks. There are as well some aspects, and I think it was the second speech this morning from eTelecom was about opening the door to partnership. This is a must in 5G. I always look at 5G as two, you can say from business point of view, as two baskets. One basket is very, let's say, logical evolution. It's all across smartphones, CP routers. This is what we are doing already today, and we will as well get this into 5G, no dupes. But on top of this, we need not only this, we need to as well deliver service to, in fact, some industries, some verticals that in the past we didn't really pay too much attention, at least from the, let's say, wireless communication. This can be verticals like medical care industry, transport industry, power grid industry. I think GSMA make a point this morning on those type of industry. They are key industry, and already today in 2017, we already work with those industry, early engagement with some of those industry in different countries to try to see their requirement for 5G. So first key point is looking at what we have already today, smartphones, CP routers, that for sure something will happen on 5G, but looking much bigger than this. We need to be ambitious as well. There is for sure difficulties, there is challenge, but if we are able to team up, to do nice cooperation, to engage with partners, it could happen, and it will happen, I believe, on this. The last item on this 10-minute speech is about India, 5G in India, which is the most important for you here today. So here what you see on the business opportunities in India, it's obvious that broadband will be one cornerstone of 5G in India at the time it will happen. Whatever it is on smartphone, on CP routers, I'll just give you two numbers. If you see today the fixed broadband in India is around 17 million connections at the current stage, okay? We expect that in the next few years, from let's say today to 2025, there will be around the world around 350 million connections that will be broadband connection via wireless networks. 5G will be part of it. It represents around 7 times increase compared to what we have today. Today, we have around 50 million. So we will move from 50 million today to 350 million in 2025. 7 times. I would expect India will be, or has the possibility to increase even higher than what is this world market of 7 times increase. On the other side, in the past 1 year and a half, if you see your country here in India, guess how was the increase on mobile data traffic? Was in the range of 10 times. You have increased in 18 months 10 times the traffic, the daily data traffic on wireless network. It will not stop. It's still going on. It is our forecast that's showing as well quite some significant increase. 5G can play a significant role here to accommodate this data traffic increase. On the other side, there is, of course, need to do some preparation, to organize some collaboration, to set some programs here. There is already very positive signal from the ministry here in India on showing some already direction on the industry, on making as well some funding. There is, if I don't make mistake, already decision from the ministry on funding in the range of $77 million for 5G to support 5G rollout. There is as well some project, some program like the 5G Forum that are typically focusing on 5G. There are as well some projects in India which are not specific 5G, but 5G could be as well one part of it. Smart city, that could be one of the case. Digital India, of course, there is no dupes here that 5G can play some key role on this vision. There is, of course, some need on some decision, on some policy to be able to push forward this 5G roadmap in India. We expect for sure spectrum should be one of these, let's say, decision. It's already something which is coming, we see today from the telecom ministry here in India. So thanks for the ministry to make this action. There is, and it was just the previous speaker that was mentioning this, fiber connectivity. Any program, any project in India that could favor, that could bring whatever incentive or easy rollout of fiber will be very beneficial for 5G, but not only to 5G, to all the broadband economy across India. There are as well some capabilities that we could see today across cross-industry cooperation. It could be within private sectors. It could be a mix between public and private sectors. And we expect this should be as well one of the aspects that should be developed in the next months, years here to make 5G a big success in India. And my last comment on this 5G in India, like I said, 5G is like a digital book. We are just starting today. It is still the early time. It is still, like I said, chapter 1. I hope and I wish India on your chapter for 5G to be successful, to be powerful, and to be bright. Thank you.